I'm Dave Karger. Thanks for joining me today on TCM, where we're celebrating the 100th birthday of a man who's been entertaining and delighting audiences for the last 7 decades, Dick Van Dyke. No proper tribute to Dick Van Dyke would be complete without the movie that you're about to see, although incredibly, this movie has never aired before on TCM. From Walt Disney Productions in 1964, it's the beloved classic Mary Poppins. Walt Disney first discovered Mary Poppins through his daughters, who loved the book series written by P.L. Travers. Disney was interested in producing a film that would seamlessly combine animation with live action, and he felt the Mary Poppins stories were the perfect material. Travers, on the other hand, didn't want to see her stories treated so lightly, but Disney persisted and eventually won her over. To write the music for the film, he hired the Sherman Brothers, who also wrote the song It's a Small World for the 1964 World's Fair. And to star in the title role, Disney turned to an actress who had never made a film before, Julie Andrews. Andrews had only recently become a star on Broadway with her performances in Camelot and My Fair Lady. Dick Van Dyke was also at the beginning of his career when he was tapped to co-star as the chimney sweep Bert, who follows Mary Poppins on her adventures. Van Dyke had only made 2 other films before this. One of them was the 1963 musical Bye Bye Birdie, in which he reprised the role that had won him a Tony Award 2 years earlier. He was much better known to audiences at the time for his starring role as Rob Petrie on The Dick Van Dyke Show, which premiered in 1961 and ran through 1966, winning Van Dyke 3 Primetime Emmys along the way. From 1964, directed by Robert Stevenson, with a top-tier supporting cast that includes David Tomlinson, Glynis Johns, Elsa Lanchester, Ed Wynn, Jane Darwell, along with Karen Dautrice and Matthew Garber as Jane and Michael Banks. This is the TCM premiere of Mary Poppins. Mary Poppins became Disney's highest-grossing film to date when it premiered in 1964, and it went on to become the biggest box office hit in America that year. It earned a staggering 13 Oscar nominations, the most for any Disney movie up to that point, and it won 5, including a Best Actress Oscar for Julie Andrews. The film's groundbreaking special effects also won an Oscar, and Dick Van Dyke later said that he was stunned when he saw the way the movie blended the live action with animation. For the memorable sequence when Bert dances with the penguins, Van Dyke had to do the entire number without seeing any of the animation. He didn't see it all come together until the film's premiere. As you just saw in the end credits, the animation also revealed Dick Van Dyke's second role in Mary Poppins, playing the bank director, Mr. Dawes Sr., credited under the name Navkid Keed, which unscrambled spells Dick Van Dyke. Recently, Van Dyke played the bank director's son, Mr. Dawes Jr., in the 2018 sequel, Mary Poppins Returns. Coming up, Dick Van Dyke stars in another children's fantasy with music by the Sherman Brothers, but instead of a flying nanny, this one is about a flying car.
Next on TCM, Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. Then, The Power of Film Part 6. And later, Killer's Kiss. TCM's got a kiss from a Rosie today.